Hello, I'm Dan Genovese, director here at EnerCom, and I'm joined today by Wolf Regener. He's the president and CEO of Kolibri Global Energy, which is a North American energy company focused on oil and gas projects. They're traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker KEI and also over the counter as KGEIF is the ticker symbol for the over the counter. They'll be presenting at EnerCom Denver at 2:45 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday, August 15th. The conference kicks off on Sunday, the 13th, with a charity golf tournament, and the conference runs through August 16th. Be sure to register to attend the conference at the conference website. Wolf, thank you for joining me today. Tell me a little bit about your company.
Hi, thank you for having me on, first of all. And we're looking forward to presenting and being at EnerCom this year. It's always been a great conference, so we're really looking forward to that. We're a North American energy company with a solid balance sheet and assets in Oklahoma, in the southern part of the Scoop near the Ardmore. We're developing the Tishomingo field. We have proven reserves of 33 million BOEs and proved probable reserves of 54 million BOEs. Netherland Sewell does our reserve evaluations, and they valued them at an NPV 10 at the end of last year, 514 million for the proved and 724 million for the proved and probables. And on a trading basis on value for the shares, we're still quite undervalued. Now, I can go into details as far as why, but that's kind of the short overview for it.
Certainly. Well, we'll get there because I want to hear more about it. How is your company growing right now?
Well, through drilling, actually. So we haven't been acquiring anything. We've established our acreage position. It's about 17,000 acres. But our EBITDA has been growing just through the drill bit. So we had an adjusted EBITDA in 2021 of about 6.5 million, about 25 million in 2022. So that's a pretty good bump. And we're forecasting between 52 and 55 million for 2023. And we're looking to further grow that for the years beyond that as well, because we have a lot of running room. We have a large number of PUD locations to drill up.
And how are you funding your growth right now? How are you going about doing that?
We're using entirely cash flow. So we're self-driven from the cash flow. We have a $40 million line of credit with the Bank of Oklahoma. And we had about 18 million drawn on that as of the end of the first quarter of this year. And so we'll draw down on the line of credit a little bit for working capital basis, but the intent is to be around 18 million at the end of the year as well. So just basically cash flow.
Okay. Yeah. And with these wells, you're growing at the drill bit, which is fantastic. Tell me a little bit about what are you seeing in terms of oilfield service, drilling costs, other costs associated. I know they were going up for a while. I've been reading some news reports that maybe there's a little bit of pressure coming off some of those costs. What are you experiencing there at Kolibri?
Yeah, same thing. So costs have kind of stabilized, some of the things have come down a little bit. For us, what's actually really important is we were estimating about $7.2 million for every well that we were drilling. But those were standalone wells. And now we're doing pad drilling where we're downspacing at the same time here. And so that's really reduced our costs. The last 3 wells we've drilled are coming in around 6.5 million each. And that includes all facilities, hookup, and everything involved. So that was a nice decrease in costs for us, which is a combination of both, but most of it is having to do with efficiencies.
Yeah, you got a decrease in cost, but also I was reading your last investor presentation, and you're getting good production out of those wells, more than you were expecting?
Yeah, so especially last year's programs, we drastically outperformed what the type curves were that we had in the past. We've changed our fracture stimulation techniques, gone away from a cross-link gel to a high viscosity friction reducer. And as you drill more wells, you learn more about each field, and so we're getting better and better in what we're doing. And so yeah, the well performance has been great. And so our first downspacing early days has been going well so far, and we'll learn to keep doing that.
And what's your current activity right now out in the field?
So we just drilled 3 wells in the field, and brought those on production here recently. So that's the short production that we put out already. By the time the conference comes around, we'll have more data on that as well. But we're also spudding 2 more wells. So those should be partially drilled by the time the conference is here. And we'll hopefully have some news right around that time on those as well. So 2 more coming, and then later on this year, we'll do another 2 to 3. But the intent is the downspacing now. We're trying to maximize the recovery from the field, maximize the value from the field. We do a lot of science, so we run tracers in the wells. We'll be monitoring those. And then some other things that we're doing in order to make potential future adjustments in order to get better and better on making sure we don't leave any oil behind for the maximum recovery. And then on top of that, just not only in the Caney, we've drilled a well into what we call the T-zone, which is right below the Caney. And the early production from that looks very encouraging. But if that proves to be economical, then we can add a whole lot of well locations and reserves, and hopefully add a lot more proved reserves to our already undervalued situation. So, and the early production numbers are looking quite encouraging at this point.
Yeah, great to hear that you're driving efficiency and maximizing production out of the dollars you're spending on a well. That's fantastic to hear. I think that's something that our whole industry needs to do. Before we go, tell me a little bit about your team there at Kolibri.
Absolutely. So key personnel. I've been in the oil and gas business 35 years or so. Done exploration wells, development, heavy oil, shale for 16 or something years. We've got Gary Johnson, our CFO, who has been an accountant in the accounting side of things for all his career, including a number of years at Occidental Petroleum as their technical accounting director. And on our technical side of things, our 2 top guys are Greg Presley, our VP of Engineering, and Alan Hemme, our head geologist, who've been with us through the optimization part of this field. Alan's been with us longer, but all of us, big input, and great landman woman, I should say, Lupita Isaac, who does a great job for us handling the land side of things. Those are our key personnel. We run very lean and don't have a whole lot of overhead. So we try to keep everything as economical as possible. So
well, efficiency is going to rule the day. It sounds like you put together a great team. You got a great balance sheet. Sounds like what you're doing in the field in terms of drilling, you're meeting with a lot of success. We look forward to seeing you, Wolf, and the Kolibri team in August at the EnerCom Denver conference. Again, Wolf will be presenting on Tuesday, August 15th, 2:45 p.m. That's Mountain Time here in Denver. I want to encourage everybody to register for the conference. Wolf and his team will be available for one-on-one meetings too. So to find out more about their story and to talk to the management team, set up a one-on-one meeting, and they'll look forward to discussing what they're doing and more about the company with you. To learn more about it, I'll include Kolibri's website within the publisher's notes. Wolf, thanks for sharing with us today, and we look forward to seeing you in August.
Thank you very much. Likewise. And yeah, I look forward to the conference and hopefully talking to a lot of people and sharing what we do in a little bit more detail. And you can learn a little bit more about who we are.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well. Appreciate it.